Hello everyone. In the previous lecture, we were discussing about leadership style of the headmaster and what its influence can be on the teacher's role performance. Leadership, if we try and understand the concept of leadership, it is a process of social influence which maximizes the efforts of others towards the achievement of good. And we have also seen that leadership is equated with power. And we also saw one definition of leadership according to social psychologist who believes that leadership evolves from a dynamic and interacting group that is held together by loyalties to an individual and it is concerned with the goals of the group. And we were discussing about certain characteristics, qualities or skills of a leader. So we saw that sociability is one skill and we were discussing about intelligence being the another. So the third one is self-confidence. As a leader, one should have self-confidence because without it, a leader cannot be uh, able to or will not be able to guide the group or lead the group. Adaptability is another characteristic. Adaptability is nothing but an ability of an individual to adopt or adapt himself or herself to new situations. And responsibility. A person who is a leader, who wants to be a leader, should be having another skill that is responsibility, should be responsible, accountable for the job or for the task that a person is trusted with. Then dependability. Dependability is again a characteristic, or maybe we can call it a quality, because the other members of the group should find that particular person who is a leader or who is going to be a leader dependable. Initiative. If the person should have that quality of initiating something new, starting or coming up with something new. Creativity, person should be creative. Creativity, we all know it is an ability to create something new or bring out something in a already existing object or already existing idea in a newer sense. And next one is cooperation. Cooperation is a very important quality and one of the most significant skills because if you do not know how to cooperate with the people, then leading a group or guiding a group can get difficult, even for the leader and also for the members of it. Risk taking is another factor which every leader should have. That a person who wants to be a leader or who is a leader should have that ability of taking risk because sometimes as a leader you need to take tough decisions. And verbal clarity is another thing. So, a person who is a leader should be having or should have this quality or characteristic or a skill because a leader is someone who will convey his instructions or her instructions to the group or would convey message of a group to some other group or other individual. So that person who is acting as a bridge between the people or within the group or among the group members, it is important that the person should have that quality of clarity, which we call verbal clarity. So these were some of the characteristics, qualities, or skills of a leader. Now, if we focus on another important area that is styles of leadership, we can note that there are three different styles. One is autocratic leader, second one is democratic leader, and third one is laissez-faire leader. Now, this distinction again is based on the kind of interaction that you can see between the groups or between the leader and the members or among the members. Now, we will discuss more about it in another topic that is the styles of leadership in another unit. For now, it is important for us to know that there are three styles of leadership we can focus on with regard to this topic that is autocratic, democratic, and laissez-faire. If I have to tell you all briefly, in autocratic leadership is one the first style of leadership. Here, leader takes all the decisions, and whatever that the leader says is considered final. Democratic leadership is where the leader would consult his members of the group or her members of the group, and together they will take a decision. Laissez-faire is a kind of leadership wherein leader has no role to play as such. and the decision is taken by the members. So there is total freedom given to the members. So these are the three styles of leadership. Now, a leader is like a spring in the watch, a wheel in the machine, and an engine in a steamship. So it is very important that a leader understands his or her role and plays it accordingly. Now, when we talk about a headmaster who is a leader or a headmistress who is a leader of a school or an organization, what are those qualities that he or she should possess? And those qualities, a part of it we have already discussed in the concept of leadership, uh, which involved cooperation, intelligence, and likewise many. Now, apart from that, headmaster being a leader should be an organizer, a leader in himself or herself, governor, director, guide, coordinator. So these are the roles a headmaster has to play in an institution. And headmaster is someone who is vital to school administration because he or she is considered as the head of the school administration. That is leader of both administrative and instructional processes that happen in an organization or in an institution. And it involves various tasks that the headmaster has to perform involving decision making, okay, a good ability of communication, maintaining interpersonal relationships, good interpersonal relationships, being a motivational device, a person who can judge what is right and wrong, a person who is of value. And all these features or all these characteristics which a leader needs to have will have a significant effect on the kind of school classroom environment that he or she would create for his or her own institution. And headmaster is considered to be a person who will be responsible for the activities that happen in the school, maybe good or bad, because leader is the one who will be questioned. Leader is the one who will be appreciated for the good work of the team, and he or she is also the one who will be questioned if something goes wrong. So it is a very responsible position. Now, since you're talking about responsibilities, there are various responsibilities of a school headmaster. Now, what are those? First one, responsibilities towards the students, towards the teaching and non-teaching staff, towards other schools, towards technological advancements in knowledge explosion for which headmaster will be questioned, towards local bodies, NGOs and voluntary organizations, towards the government, towards the community, and towards the parents. So there are various responsibilities that a school headmaster has to focus on. Be it be parents, students, community, government for that matter, other schools. And each of these area has its own complications, has its own know-hows. So again, it is very important for a person who is a headmaster or who is a leader to know his or her responsibilities. Now, a good headmaster, okay, will have certain characteristics like capacity for hard work, isn't it? Because you need to lead by example. Should be a person who can make sound decisions whenever it is required, a person who is charismatic, a good communicator, initiator, an organizer, a good academician, a cooperative individual, a self-confident person, and a visionary. So all these characteristics a person need to have in order to be a good headmaster or a leader to whom everyone will look up to. Now, when we talk about the influence of headmaster or the leadership style that the headmaster chooses on the teacher role performance, we can note down the areas where that influence can be there. Okay, the first one is in planning, because as headmaster you are a part of whatever that happens in the institution, maybe planning the lectures, the activities, organizing programs, the kind of teaching strategy that the teacher can employ sometimes. creating appropriate classroom climate, and we have already seen why it is so, explaining, illustrating, questioning, preparing lesson plans, assignments, and teaching it, because it is approval of his or her is required or is considered significant, providing motivation and positive reinforcement, evaluating students' learning, the kind of evaluation that the teacher is allowed to carry out, supervision and guidance that the teachers can give, communication with their parents, whether they are allowed to or not allowed, maintenance of cumulative records, in what sense, for how long, and in what form will it be done, preparation of evaluation reports, organization of tutorial classes if any, and maintaining interpersonal relationships. So these are the areas where leaders, that is the school's headmaster or school's headmistress or the head of the institution, will have an influence on. Because how a teacher performs in the school is, in a way, based on what kind of school environment or school climate that is created by a leader. Okay, I don't know how many of you must have observed this, but depending on the style of leadership or the kind of leadership, the environment also will change. And it is a matter of experience. As you would visit different schools and as you would notice the environment that it has, you can actually relate it directly to the kind of leadership that it is having. So, in a way, it has a lot of influence on the way even the teachers will perform in the school. If the teachers are not taking their job seriously, then there is, to an extent, something wrong with the leadership, because it is the leader who will be blamed and appreciated. So there is a great influence of a leadership style of the headmaster on the teacher role performance. So this was all about the topic that is leadership style of the headmaster and its influence on teacher role performance. If you have any queries related to this topic, please feel free to type it in the chat box. Thank you.